Welcome back to online classes. Today I invite all my dear students to the 12th lesson of learning the chapter The Demographic Structure of the Indian Society. In the last session, that is of the 11th one, we were discussing the factors responsible for the decline in the child sex ratio. Today, in this beautiful time, I request all my dear students to take the page number 32 so that we can learn together on the topic literacy. Literacy means, we all know that, the basic ability to read and write. If you are literate means what? You are having that ability to read and write. Literacy has some significances. First one, if you are having literacy, if you are able to read and write, you can attain education. Literacy gives you opportunity to be educated. If you are educated, education will give you career opportunities. It will give you a suitable job in your future. Second significance is education or literacy will give you knowledge. We can gain knowledge if you have literacy and if you have education. And human knowledge can be used for economic development. Human resource development is there. Human knowledge can be useful for economic development by means of collecting information. There are many thinkers. They are contributing their best to the economic development, so that human knowledge can become part of what we can say knowledge economy. We can develop economically by means of human knowledge. That is the second significance of the literacy. The third one, the literacy can give you awareness about health, about cultural and about economic well-being. In a simple way, I wanted to tell you that if you are literate, it means what? You can achieve awareness about the health, about culture and about economic well-being. If you are literate, you can be part of a cultural community, you can be part of a healthy community and economic community. This is the third significance of literacy. Then, next point is, the first paragraph gives you, when India became independent, the literacy rate in India started to increase. When India was given freedom, after that, literacy rate in India began to increase. Then, next point, the 2/3 of the total population in India is literate. The 2/3 of total population in India is literate. But there are challenges before us, because the population is very high. The population growth is very high. Because of that, the government should ensure that, or make sure that, everybody in our society, with regard to their sex, with regard to their age, with regard to their community, are getting literacy. Everybody in our society should be literate. This is a challenge before the state, before the government. Study proves that the new generation literacy rate becomes very small. The new generation is not getting literacy. Study proves that. And this is the challenges in front of or before the state, because population growth is very high. So the government make sure that everybody in our society are getting literacy, are becoming literate. Then there are some variations in literacy with regard to gender, regions, and social groups. In a simple way, I want to tell you that literacy rate varies with regard to gender. It varies in male and female. It varies in different states in India. It varies in social group. Then we can understand that table 4 in the page number 32 gives you the literacy rate in India. First, we can learn the variation in gender. According to the professional census in 2011, we can understand the female literacy rate, the percentage is 16.7, less than that of male literacy. We know that the male literacy percentage in 2011 it is 82.1 and females 65.4, and the difference is 16.7. Next point, now we can make a comparative study between female and male literacy rate between 2001 and 11 period. In 2001, we can see the female literacy rate is 54.2 and that of male is 75.9. But when it comes to 2011, the female literacy rate becomes 65.4% and that of male becomes 82.1%. It means what? The female literacy rate increased by 11.2%, but the male literacy rate increased by percentage of 6.2. So we can come to the conclusion that the female literacy rate increasing faster than that of male literacy rate, even though the literacy rate of male is higher than that of female. According to 2011 professional census, the female literacy rate is increasing faster than that of male literacy rate. Then this is all about the study on the basis of table 4. Now we can move to the next page, page number 33. There 2.6 rural urban differences. The main topic is rural urban differences in population. The population is more in rural area than that of urban area. We all know that more people are living in rural area. Still, more people are, even today, more people are living in rural area. But the growth of human population in urban area, it is steady. But the growth of rural population is not steady. The variations are there. For example, we can say that in 1901, the percentage of rural population was 89.2 and that of urban population was 10.8. But according to 2011 provisional census, we can come to the conclusion that the rural population becomes 68.8 percentage and urban population becomes 31.2 percentage. So we can say that the population in rural area is not steady, it is decreasing, even though the population is more in rural area, and urban population rate becomes steady because it is increasing. And now we can go to the reasons behind the increase in the rate of urban population. The first reason, the social economic significance of agrarian sector in rural area is decreasing. Once again, I wanted to tell you that the agricultural sector in rural area is showing some difference. Its social importance, its economic importance is decreasing. But in urban area, the social economic significance of the industrial sector is increasing. That is why the urban population is increasing more faster than that of rural population. Once again, I wanted to tell you that the social economic importance of agriculture is decreasing. That's why the rural population is not steady. But the industrial sector, its social and economic significance is increasing. That's why the population in urban area becomes steady or increasing. This is the main reason behind the what we can say the growth of population in urban area. Next one, the agricultural sector. We all know that it contributes much to the economic production in the past, but now it is only 1/4 of gross domestic production. It means what? The importance of the social and economic importance of agricultural sector becomes low. The 1/4, it is about 1/4 of gross domestic production. Then the reasons, what are the reasons behind the what we can say loss of growth with regard to agricultural sector? First one, the economic value of agricultural field or agriculture decreases. Economic value decreases. Second one, the people in rural area, they go for non-farm activities. In the book we can see the people in the rural area, they wanted to go for non-farm activities. They wanted to go away from agricultural activities. They wanted to become part of non-farm rural occupations like transport services, business enterprises, craft manufacturing, and also they wanted to go to the urban areas to become part of urban what we can say life. Next paragraph gives you some important ideas. There is a connection between urban life and rural life. The mass media and communication channels are playing a wider role in connecting the urban and rural life, because the people in rural areas, they are watching or they are hearing about the standard living in urban area. So it is their aspiration, it is their what we can say interest to become part of the consumer market in urban area. They wanted to copy the style, they want to copy the culture of urban people, so that the rural people are connected with urban lifestyle. And mass media and communication channels are playing a wider role to achieve that. It means what? The rural area agricultural importance is becoming lesser because they want to become part of the industrial, what we can say, sector that is in urban area. This is all about the session 12. I wanted to conclude session 12. The first we were discussing about the meaning and significance of the literacy. Meaning means what? Ability to read and write. First, significance is it gives you education and career opportunities. Then human knowledge can be used for economic development, and we are become part of the, what we can say, cultural economic activities. And third one, the people are getting awareness about health, about culture and economy. Then after independence, the literacy rate in India started to increase. The 2/3 of in total Indian population is literate. Then there are challenges before us because population growth is high. Because of that, the government should make sure that the people in India all are getting opportunity to be literate. Then there are gender, regional and social group differences with regard to literacy. We know that with regard to gender, the female literacy rate is decreasing in the beginning, but it started to, what we can say, achieve its growth rate, or it was increasing faster than that of the male literacy rate. Then regions, there are some regions like what we can say Kerala, which shows universal literacy rate, and regions like what we can say Bihar, there the literacy rate was what we can becoming very low. The reasons behind is that the inequality of literacy rate in different generations. For example, the older generation, it means the father and mother, they are not given opportunities to be educated, so that they are not showing any interest to make their children educated. They also, what we can say, show their interest to send their children for work. They are not ready to send their children to go to school. This is the main reason behind the lack of literacy rate in regions like Bihar. Next one, the social groups. There are some social groups where the literacy rate is very low. In page number 32, we can see that the literacy rate vary in what we can say historically in the communities like the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Their literacy rate becomes very low, and the reason also I gave you why the literacy rate becomes what we can say lower in such backward communities, because the older generation is not showing any interest to send their children to school to be educated. Then we were going through the population differences in rural area and urban area. In rural area it is more, but in urban area the population growth is steady, because in urban area industrialization is there, and in rural area agricultural sector is what we can say more there or high there. But the industrialization is given more importance because of its growth, its social and economic significance. But the agricultural sector is given lesser importance than that of what we can industrial sector. Then the reasons we were going through, and next one, the agricultural sector contributes only what we can say 1/4 of gross domestic production, and reasons are economic value of agriculture is decreasing. Then the people, they wanted to go to the non-farm activities. In the book, in the last paragraph of today's session, page number 35, first and second paragraph, we were going through the first paragraph says that people wanted to go to what we can non-farm activities like transport services, business enterprises, etc. And also the role of mass media and communication channels for connecting the life in rural with that of urban area. The people in rural area, they wanted to go to the urban area because the consumer market is there. The rural people are very much interested in such development, the culture in what we can say urban area. So the importance of agricultural sector is decreasing in rural area because industrial sector is given more importance by the people who are living in rural area. This is all about the 12th session of learning the chapter. Now I wanted to give you some questions. The first question: give meaning to the term literacy and explain its significances. Second one: how literacy shows variations with regard to gender, regions and social groups. Third question, the last one: how the population growth varies in rural and urban areas. This is all about today's session, and God bless you all. I might believe that all my dear students are reading the chapter, understanding the chapter. So God bless you. Thank you.